Suibien, I hardly even knew her. That doesn't work. Wait. Yun Kwai, I hardly even knew her.
Panyan who? I barely even knew you.
Waifei, more like why not Fei.
More like why yay.
That one stuck. Keep that one in.
Jesus.
Delete the rest.
I'm just gonna put them all as the cold open.
Yeah, perfect.
Hello, and welcome back to 6th Street Underground, a Zenless Zone Zero fan cast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever-wonderful co-host, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Eric. It definitely hasn't been a month since we've last recorded anything.
It's been a normal amount of time, and we haven't forgotten how to do this at all. It's been a month, but it's good to talk to you again.
Also, everything has changed.
Everything has changed. We're not even on the same street anymore. Our podcast name is now outdated because of 2.0.
Our new podcast name is now going to be Suibien Above Ground.
Yes.
A 6th Street Underground fan.
6th Street Underground partition of Zenless Zone Zero fan cast.
We may have left 6th Street, but we hold it in our hearts.
We are now the little stand outside Suibien Temple, where like 20 just sits, and it's like it's a reminder that we exist. But the podcast is in a totally different place now. But it's not. It's the same old rambling podcast. The same podcast you've grown to know and tolerate. But we have so much to talk about with 2.0, and this is important. You and I have like not really talked since the last time we recorded. So like we haven't talked about all of the new stuff in 2.0 either.
I kept wanting to talk about it.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, there's no point because we're going to talk about it. So
Me
if I
too.
talk about it now, then we won't talk about it
Later.
Then future, but now.
But then now, but not now when then. Plus I hate saying stuff with my thumbs. And so, like, I'd rather just, like, wait and talk to you than try to have to, like, text people.
Eric, I hate how you describe texting.
It's talking with thumbs. Do you remember when we were in, like, high school and the new thing with phones was to have, like, a little micro keyboard on the phone?
Yeah, was it the Sidekick?
Yeah, like, slid sideways. Mine was, like, racing car orange.
I never got one of those. I stayed with T9 until smartphones came out.
So you were texting with like the 3 buttons to 1 letter nonsense?
Yep. I can still spell words with a phone. This is not at all related to.
It's not, but I was just thinking about how horrible those little keyboards were and like how good you got at typing like with the tiniest smidgen of your thumb. And then I wonder if that was actually better than screen typing because there's not any buttons and it's just like hoping you're on the right place on the screen. 2.0.
2.0.
There's a lot for us to tackle. I don't care what order we go in, unless there's something that you're like, I need to talk about this first.
No. So for anyone listening, first of all, we are not going to talk about story.
No.
That will be the next episode to give everyone time to play through it.
Yep,
I finished it yesterday.
Nice.
It's not too bad. It is pretty. They're pretty consistent. It's about the same amount of time.
Okay.
It's a little bit longer than the other ones, just because the first like quarter of the actual story is just also teaching you all of the new mechanics.
Tutorial. Yeah.
And then once you get through all of that, then you actually get into the story. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I am very excited for season 2. The story is really cool.
That's awesome. I am excited. I have done that first 25%, just because I knew there would be new things to unlock. Like I wanted to unlock Suibien Temple, because I knew like just with the way these kinds of games work, there would be a progression system, and if I waited too long, I'd feel like I was behind.
So, well, we can just go into Suibien Temple,
Sure.
and repairing it.
Yes.
Yes. So you do unlock it.
Early.
Here we go.
It takes like genuinely the patch dropped. I was on vacation and like refreshing. I was actually shout out to one of our Discord members. I think it was I've got to load so I can say their name right. Kumisaki, because she was like, "Hey, the patch is up," and like 5 seconds later, I had Zenless open on my phone. Like, let's go, here we go. But it was quick enough to get into like managing Suibien Temple that I could do it that night before I went to bed. And I'm old, so I don't stay up that late. So like, if you haven't done it yet, you can pretty safely start the story to unlock Suibien Temple in the new outfit.
And you're gonna have plenty of time. I think I'm around level 15 or 16 of Suibien right now. Just doing it like, because I basically 14
because
it is completely independent from anything else you really have to do.
Sort of.
Well, I should say, like, you don't have to like finish the story or like unlock things in the story in order to continue it. Yeah. It's once you've unlocked Suibien, it is its own little ecosystem, and it'll just have you do your stuff separately.
So the only thing that I've run into is the requirement for moving from level 14 to 15 is to have completed main story stuff. So now I'm being bottlenecked on Suibien.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but like that's you can do 15, no problem. But at like 14, it's like, by the way, you should do this. I don't know if it's the whole story or just a part of it, but I now have to do the main story because I can't progress in Suibien Temple anymore.
Okay, I guess that does make sense, because I was doing it while I was doing the story. So I would do a story mission, come back, collect stuff from my expeditions, craft. So basically, the way the loop works for Suibien is you send expeditions out, your Bangboos go out, they collect resources. You turn those resources, you then craft with Bangboos, and then once you're done crafting Bangboos, you then sell them. An important thing...
You sell the crafts, not the Bangbu.
Yeah, you can recycle the Bangboos, which seems way worse than selling them.
I haven't touched them.
An important thing for anyone else who's stupid like I am, there's no reason to never have products selling. So I thought because you'll see, like, when you, on the sell tab, it says like, you have like 30 collections a day or something. Mm-hmm. Those are tips.
That's different.
So those are bonuses, though you will still so I stopped selling for a while because I was like, I don't want to like be selling it and I'm capped and it's just going to waste. So I stopped, and then I hit level 15 and they're like, hey, you need to be selling all the time. And then I went back and actually read the tutorial instead of like skipping through it. Sure. And it says, those are tips. And I'm like, if only someone had told me to read the tutorial instead of clicking past it. So, because I'm like, I know how this works.
The thing about the tips that I think is interesting and maybe not interesting is it's really convenient to collect tips on the PlayStation because you hit one button and clicks all the tips on the screen. It is very tedious to collect the tips on your phone because there's like input lag tapping on the tips on the stage.
Yeah,
there's no follow up to that, but that is something I noticed.
It's the same with PC. With like PC, clicking. You have to click them.
Like, come on,
just a minor inconvenience. It's the end of the world.
Balanced by the fact that I cannot figure out how to change the Bangbu managing sales on the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Can't get to that little guy in the bottom at all. I had to do it on my phone. I don't know what it is. Maybe I missed a button. Tell me in our Discord if I did. Can't change it. But that aside, it's a very satisfying loop of collecting materials, crafting things, and selling. And one of the nice things is you craft slightly faster than you can sell. So you can start crafting, if you have 0 of something, you can start crafting your highest commodity and start selling your highest commodity at the same time. And you will always be making progress. You're not going to hit a bottleneck, at least as far as I've been.
And you will, for anyone who's still low in Suibien, you will eventually get auto loot So like early on in crafting, you have to go in and like pick it up, and then they very quickly are like, all right, enough of that junk.
It's like
they just got to give like little milestones to like. Also, it counts for one of your daily activities.
Does
it? Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Not that I was ever hurting for daily activities to do.
It's just nice that everything that you were already going to do, is a daily activity. You know, again, like we've said, it takes literally 2 minutes to do them anyway.
Similarly, I really like, this is slightly tangential, but it's the same thing. I like the new daily raffle ticket fortune thing.
Oh yeah, the little turtle dice.
Yeah, I like that it's the same thing we were getting, but there's also these like benchmarks to collect and like little bonuses to get from getting different fortunes. And I like be like slowly filling in that list. It's very satisfying.
They really know how to just slow drip that dopamine.
Yes, they do.
They're just like, oh, you shook the turtle. Good job. I'm like, well, thank you.
This one wants to shake the turtle, and we're gonna make him feel really good and the sound it makes. It's very satisfying.
And it does. And it gives you a little fortune, so you know it's fun. I do like that they put the disclaimer that it's not an actual fortune.
Like, don't trust this.
They're like, this is a video game. Don't make life decisions based on what video game turtle told you.
But listen, video game turtle said I had a lucky day, so we're diamond hands. All in, baby, to the moon is a game that I really enjoyed. I do
diamond
like
hands?
No, to the moon. You got me and my wife a little music box for that game.
Yeah, I did.
It's really cute. We played it for my son recently, and he really liked it.
You should have him play the game now.
It's heartbreaking. I love it.
Hello, son. Hey, it's time you learned about death.
If you haven't and you're bored, and it's probably on sale because it's always on sale, play To the Moon. It's a very good game. Most of it's just a story with a little bit of gameplay at the end, but it's exceptional. I really like that Zenless has learned from some of the things they've done in other games, in that even more so than 6th Street, all of your daily things are really close together.
Oh, you can literally see them all in a line. It takes you literally 30 seconds to go from the turtle to the coffee.
Yep. And that's the furthest away is going to the coffee.
Which I noticed that they... Yeah. I haven't tested it. Does the coffee robot in 6th Street still give you the option? Because the one in Yun Kwai just gives you the 80. He just... Whenever I talk to him, he's just like, here's your 80.
Yeah, there's still the choice, I believe, in 6th Street. And there's still the animation in 6th Street. I don't necessarily miss the choice. I wish there was an animation for our Yun Kwai barista. Even though we skip it 90% of the time, I still wanted one. Like, it's not a good use of their time, but I wanted one. But it's even quicker. Like, it is instantaneous. Get your stuff done. Run off and spend it. I like that convenience. I like it all being close because I can spend more time playing the game and less time faffing about.
They've kept some stuff, like there's no HIA.
Yeah.
You still have to go back to Lumina Square.
You still go to the outpost, the Scott's outpost.
Which I'm not surprised about that. Moving Scott outpost would be weird and unnecessary.
I hope this is a minor thing. I hope we get a change to Scott Outpost at some point, because it's maybe my least favorite music in the game. And
what
we spend
an issue
so
to
much,
have.
I know, right? This is like beyond first world problems. We spend so much time there, and it's like the least chill, most like chunky. I don't like the song as much as I like. Man. It's got those chunky guitar riffs.
Sometimes I cannot follow your description of music.
It's chunky. Somebody agrees with me. It's a chunky song, and like, chunky's not always bad, but it's jarring to sit there through all of it, as opposed to the phenomenally like chill wave Suibien temple music, which I don't think changes as you upgrade the temple, but that would be kind of cool. All the other music in 2.0 has been absolutely stellar. I love the like 808s underneath Chinese influenced music. Like, it's really cool stuff. that they're doing musically, sonically. We have our new daily check-ins. We've got some new maps and things. We got a full UI change.
Oh yeah,
which I am simultaneously in love with and haven't figured out. Yet.
It took me a little while, but I figured out the map and everything. Yeah, the UI of a lot of this, they cleaned up a lot of it by just putting it on computer. It's tab, and then it pulls up that circle.
Yeah, it's L2 on.
Yeah, because it was starting to just like all of these icons were just piling up in the corner.
Yeah, and picking the map to go to, I really like the grid instead of having to like tab through 16 locations just to go to HIA.
Yeah, it's nice. They also they added like a little mini map to the world, and it's got icons, so it's very easy. Not that it was ever difficult, especially in season 1 content.
Yeah,
because it was all so small that like the only place you could really get lost was Lumina Square, and even then you learn it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's more necessary in season 2 with everything being so big, especially once you start exploring the actual aerospace area.
Yeah.
Let me. What was it? What's it called?
Yeah, it's the aerospace.
Lemnian Hollow.
Lemnian Hollow. The aerospace area is really cool. I have not spent a lot of time exploring it yet because I'm trying not to like. I have this bad habit of video games of being like, cool, a new area. I'm not going to do anything productive. I'm just going to run around ticking off all of the icons on the map until that's all done. Like it's a Ubisoft game.
So I did that yesterday after I finished the story.
Yeah.
I went through and I 100%ed all of those areas. I've picked up everything that they currently have.
That's my plan after I do story. Because I know me going like, well, I got 10 minutes. I could just do it.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It'll take you probably a couple hours to do all of the zones. And some of them will actually be unlocked. They're locked until you do side quests that open up other areas.
Cool.
Which is cool. So that way, as you're doing side quests and stuff, but all of it, it's pretty easy. There was nothing where I was going through and like beating my head against the wall trying to find it. While we are in Lemnian Hollow and talking about it, ZZZ really, really, really wants you to buy Yixuan. Because
they do.
She has 2 special abilities pertaining to the Lemnian Hollow.
Okay, there's 2. Wait. There's one for the picking up boxes automatically, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I know that one. What's the other one?
So for people who don't know that one, Eric, because other people are listening.
Yeah.
While she's flying around, she auto-loots stuff.
I totally forgot that we weren't just talking to each other. Like, no, Brian, I know that. What are you talking about? Don't waste my time.
The other one is you will find Wanderboo throughout the world, and he will ask you questions pertaining to Bang Boos. And if Yixuan is the one who talks to him, she marks out one of the wrong answers. So you have a 50-50 chance. Yep.
I didn't even know that. I just thought it was like
you
part of the game.
don't find that out until you unlock the quest that introduces it. But if you just start exploring, you will find him first.
Because I found him twice just exploring, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't have to guess that.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, why even give me 3 options if you're going to tell me one of them's wrong?
Oh, that's amazing.
And then the very last one I found was the one from the quest. And they were like, oh, hey, by the way, while you're using her, she will mark out one of the wrong answers.
That's messed up. I mean, that's cool, but that's so messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Because, I mean, it makes it so much easier to just loot all this stuff because you're just flying around with your little burb, and then she's auto-looting everything. The annoying thing, once you've maxed out your pickups for the day, instead of it like saying it once, every single time you pass by an auto-loot, it'll be like, you can't get this anymore. You can't get this anymore. You can't. I was like, I know.
It's fine.
I know. I'm not trying to pick it up. I am just moving.
I'm just flying. Okay. I think it's time we talk about Yixuan. First acknowledging that bird flight is so cool. It's awesome. Yeah. And the way she's backwards while she's flying around, like whatever. It's all like style, and it's so fast. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, they as they say, they cooked in the chat, fam.
Oh my god. Okay, Brian, I wanted to play a game with you. I know you have ZZ open right now, but I want you to take your hand off of the mouse.
All right.
We're going to play a game called Can Eric and Brian Remember All of Yixuan's Kit without cheating?
I might be able to because I played her for about 12 hours yesterday.
Jesus.
I did nothing but I did everything. Everything that has been released in 2.0 I have now done.
Dude, I'm so jealous. That's my afternoon.
That was my day yesterday.
When we get done recording, I need to cook dinner for my wife, and then I'm playing that until it's time for me to leave and go fishing. So I'm going to get some story done at least. But Yixuan, let's start with the fact that she's a new class. New class. It's called
Rupture.
Rupture. And Rupture's gimmick, correct me if I'm wrong, is that...
You are wrong.
Dang it.
Oh, sorry. Let me wait for you to actually
let me
say
say
something.
I'll cut that and move it for you so you don't have to say it again. They have a stat called Sheer Force, and Sheer Force deals damage or modifies their damage and disregards defense and penetration. Is that right?
Yeah, it's like basically true damage in a lot of games.
It's true damage. Okay, cool. And most of the characters for Rupture there'll be different ways to build up true damage. There's a flat 30% of all attack for all Rupture characters becomes true damage. But Yixuan, she also gets a giant chunk of her HP and her sheer force as well, right?
Yeah, which is fun building a character for HP in order to buff damage. But yes. She's not a tank. Usually those are on like the tank characters. Mm-hmm. They're like, what if health plus DPS?
But she builds up health, so she's tanky, so she can take more hits. And when she uses her ultimates, because there's 2 of them, she disperses health across the party to bring everyone up to like the same level. So she gains even more from like stacking health on her. Rupture to me, like this is probably a tangent. Rupture to me feels like a weird thing because it's not attack or anomaly, but what makes it different apart from the fact that it does true damage, right?
It does seem like it's kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah, because like with an attack character, the cycle is I'm going to wait until there's a stun window, then pop off. And with anomaly characters, it's let me balance these anomaly meters and then pop off. I don't care as much about stun. To me, it feels like Rupture doesn't not care about stun, but can do more while waiting for a stun window. Does that feel right to you?
Yeah, Rupture very much feels like anomaly, but different. Like, it's basically just anomaly. It plays basically the same because, yeah, it is. It's not like, yeah, like you said, you're not spamming stun. You can do a stun heavy comp, but you very much can just go out there. And especially with Yixuan, just beat the ever-loving crap out of people because in addition people. they were like I enjoy watching them. Like I need to be in the room when they're coming up with characters. They're like, all right, this person's gimmick is they do true damage, so they do really high DPS. They're like, okay, so they're gonna be like a glass cannon. No, their damage is based off their health. They're like, oh, okay, so but they're like they don't really like have any way to block damage. They're like unlimited parries. What?
Yeah, so unlimited. All the parries. Okay.
They're like, all right, what's their downside? Their downside? They have too many ults.
Yeah, they have double the ultimates. and the ultimate unlocks an extra bonus attack you can do from dodging.
They're like, oh, okay, so, but it's going to be like hard to get all of this because enemies are going to be all over the place. They have multiple vortexes.
Yep.
Multiple? Yeah.
Okay, well, then she only has like 1 EX special, right? No, 4. She gets 4 of them. There's 3 each. And like the second one takes no energy. It's a freebie. You just do it. And if you hold attack for a long time, it's a huge amount of damage. It drains your energy, but also don't worry because I know you're worried about her standing still. It sucks enemies in too. Enjoy.
Yeah. And I don't actually know if you have iframes doing it because I've never had anyone not dying while it's going off. So
yeah, we should probably look that up. Like if you get
there are a couple moves that she does have iframes, so they also gave her some big iframe windows too.
She has big iframe windows. I think at least for that charge, she has what's the phrase we have for like not getting knocked back?
Interrupt.
Super armor. She has super armor during that attack. So even if she is taking damage, she still gets to stand there and just like obliterate things in her like death sphere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then also, like we said, she also heals herself.
She heals herself. Oh, and also she has 2 sprint modes. One that's really fast. Did we mention that she is super cool, incredibly knowledgeable, phenomenally plot important, beyond attractive, has more physics than other characters, like 3 characters put together. And when she uses her ults, the camera shifts to emphasize how cool she is.
Yeah,
she has a burp.
They went all out on her.
It's awesome. And I think like,
did I mention that they refreshed the polychromes so you get your bonuses back?
I saw that.
Completely unrelated to the fact that you have to buy Yixuan.
They in other Hoyo games, anniversary is usually reset time, so like that's a staple. But it's also convenient that they released a phenomenally wanted character right after updating the polychrome bonuses.
Well, also she's got a new outfit and she's got an outfit and it looks pretty cool.
The outfit's pretty cool. I like her. It's the same thing I had with Astra Yao. I like her base outfit more.
They covered up her thighs in her outfit, which is usually not how they sell skins. Is usually they make the skins more skimpier to entice you.
More thigh. I did see a video where if you have her skin and you're running around, you can hear the sound of her tights rubbing together, which might really rock for some people. I don't.
That is a level of detail.
Yeah, I know. Somebody put a lot of attention into it. I like them releasing skins that are cool, but I don't need immediately because it really helps me save my money a little bit of me being like, well, I still like the base version more, so it's okay.
Yeah, and the discounts aren't so heavy that you feel like you have to buy. Like sometimes games will be like, oh, this skin is 50% off for this first week, and then afterwards it's $50.
Yeah.
This one they're like, it's 20% off. So like if you want it, cool. If you don't, it's not going to go like be crazy in price anyway. And none of them are like time limited. Mm-hmm. They're just like, this is a skin. This outfit is in the shop.
Take the skin.
Buy it or don't.
It's only a matter of time before they do release some kind of heavy discount, and Brian and I message each other like, well, at this price, it'd be responsible not to get it for a character we don't even use. Like, I'll pull her someday. Speaking of skins, I think that was her whole kit. I don't think we missed anything. You don't come to us for deep kit analyses. We can talk about her stuff later. Speaking of skins, we got new skins for Belle and Wobbuffet, which was pretty cool.
I will say really quickly, I will say about how to play Yixuan really, really quick if you're not familiar.
Please.
And our friend Zilata in our Discord is the one who told us how to play her.
He tells us how to play every character.
It's basically you just you basic attack and then you parry incoming hits. Until you build up the double ults, and then you basically just go ham on a stun. Mm-hmm. Like when they stun, you double ult, and then you hold down the basic attack for as they said, big PP damage.
Yeah, you save. I liked having like an attack to save. You know what I mean? Like it made it really easy to know what to do during a stun window. Was to be like, all right, use these things, build up energy. When you do see a stun coming, save up some energy and just like nuke them with ults and your hold. And also the special attack you get from using her small ult that you can trigger either by using her bird sprint then hitting attack, or I think it's like doing a perfect dodge and then hitting attack.
Yeah, I think
it does huge damage.
And one more thing about her parry I've noticed.
Yeah.
Just to make it even stronger, it doesn't even have to be the person you're near. There's like there's a distance to the parry. So it's not unlimited range, but it's a pretty sizable range. So like if you hear the sound of someone else attacking, you can parry, and she will parry the person who didn't attack. She will just be like, "Hey, your friend attacked me. That's a problem for you."
That's good enough. It's a range comparable to like Miyabi's ult. Like it's a huge range.
Yeah, it's massive, and it is so good, especially if you're like fighting a boss, and then there's like a little minion, and he's like, "I'm helping." And you're like,
"Yeah,
nah,
no, you're not. You're helping me."
But yeah, that's basically Yixuan.
Let's talk team real quick for Yixuan before we move on. Who are you running with Yixuan right now?
So Astra Yao, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I actually did build up Pan Yihu.
Okay.
Yinhu,
Pan Yihu.
because he gives her a sheer damage buff.
Okay.
So he buffs her sheer damage.
Yeah.
He's because he's like a defender. He doesn't need. He's got a kit, but you won't ever use him. Basically, okay. I'll have him jump in. I'll have him do like a perfect assist, so he blocks an attack, and then I have him do his double panda fist. That's his like. So he does his double panda fist, and then he kind of like
Is that his
trigger?
Skill?
Yeah, that's his EX skill.
Okay.
That's what puts out the sheer buff.
Yeah.
And then immediately kicks it right back to Yixuan, so she's just right back into the fight.
Okay, so with that team, really, she's just always on field.
Yeah, with
cool.
the Pan Yihu team, she's just beating the ever-loving crap out of other people. I haven't experimented with any other team, so I don't know how she would be on like a more traditional like stun comp or like an anomaly team.
I've used her on 2 teams because so far I've refused to build Pan Yihu. Just out of principle, I guess, and just kind of eyeing who's coming down the pipeline. I've run her. My usual team for her is Astra Trigger, which it works really, really well, but it feels a little bit like I'm forcing things. Like I'm not getting Trigger smiley face buff on that team because I don't have an electric user and I don't have an Obel squad user on the team.
Yeah.
But it's Trigger, and my Trigger is built, and it's Astra, who's built, and it's Yixuan, who's built, and so like that just does the job.
I did think about messing around with Trigger.
Trigger works.
I had that same thought of like you're not bringing everything you can to the table.
Yeah, and you're not getting like I have her W engine, but her W engine is Defense Shred, which Yixuan doesn't care about. So like she's definitely a stopgap unit until I bring somebody else in, or if they release like another Obel squad member who could take Astra's spot on that team and let Astra be somewhere else. I will say in terms of like stun capacity, even without that smiley face buff and me playing pretty scuffed rotations, if I time my parries right, I can stun the new weekly boss before he enters ether mode, which is a very quick kill.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So then he just like dies because once he hits stun window, he melts. So like that is working, but I don't know if it's good. The other team I tried that I mostly used because I was doing the new Hollow Zero event thing, and I couldn't use Trigger, so I brought I can talk about this game. I'm good at this. I brought Vivian with me. So I ran Vivian and Astra with her. And I don't know if that's a meta team, but it did a lot of damage.
Okay.
Like, because I got Vivian all stacked. And you would just like, Astra always had like a free switch in my pocket. So I could switch to her to use her EX skill or her ult. So she was always just nuking things with Ether. And because it was, I think, Ether and Yixuan's element build up on different meters, there wasn't the like too much Ether anomaly cooldown. It just did like when you started stringing together her EX special, like things evaporated.
Okay.
But I have not used that on like a Deadly Assault boss or a any boss really. So I don't grain of salt on that one. I really think you're probably right that
it's a grain of sand.
It's a grain of. It's not. It's not. I'm not wrong. I think she does really like having like Pan Yin-Hu on. And like we know Ju Fufu is coming, and we got to play with Ju Fufu a little bit, at least even as far as I've been in this story. And those two play really nicely together.
I mean, maybe I couldn't figure out how to do. They didn't tell me what her like heatometer was doing, so it would like. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. What's the heat for?
I need to read more. I'm sure somebody in our Discord has already figured her out,
but I don't think they've actually like in the game. They don't explain her kit because she's not available yet. So you just have her, and then you're like, what? It's kind of like with Vladimir.
Yeah. With Hugo,
where when you first used him and they didn't tell you how his kit worked because he hadn't been released yet.
You're just pushing buttons and hoping. I think this is all just me being surprised by how much I like Ju Fufu in terms of both like aesthetic and also her personality. That I'm like, maybe I can find an excuse. If I don't build Pan Yin-Hu, then I need Ju Fufu on my team. Ju Fufu. I need Senior Fufu. So I'm not going to build the panda, so I have a reason to pull Ju Fufu and have her on my team.
And then there's also using the panda is his ultimate heals.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because if you're doing it with Astra, you can't die.
Yeah, so if you do it with, you have 3 people who are doing damage and healing.
And you've got Yixuan spreading all that healing around. So, like, you've got 2 characters who are always going to be at full health because they're never on the field. She can't die.
Yeah, it's
you have to try.
You're never worried while playing.
It's 3 steps to get to 1 Caesar, but this shit does way more damage. Anyway, she's great. She's still out. The banner's still up if you were on the fence, which who is, honestly. But if you're on the fence and you want her, get her. She's good. And you don't, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't need her W engine.
I wouldn't know.
You got it, Brian. I was going to have a whole conversation about us. One of us having it, one of us not. But I think we both have the W engine. Because I do too.
What really got me is when they were like, "Hey, by the way, it's very noticeable when you have her W engine because her hair sparkles." I'm like, "All right,
sold." It's like a 30% damage increase to have her engine. I think you and I are probably in the same boat. Where I was just like, the second best W engine for her is the one from the Battle Pass, but the Battle Pass just started, so we're like 2.5 weeks away from getting that engine.
Yeah.
So to gear her, I would need to go to the toy store, buy the Rupture engine, build that, knowing that in 2.5 weeks I'm gonna build a totally different one anyways. Or I could spin some rolls and just get her engine real quick.
Yeah, and all things considered, I got pretty lucky with her W engine. I think I spent 60 rolls and I ended up with Rena's. And I was like, all right, let me just do like one more 10 roll. And then they're like, here you go. And I'm like,
I was the same way. Like to a T, about 60 rolls in, but I got Coletas, which is a really good W engine just in general. And I was like, man, guess I have to build something else. And then I was like, maybe 10 more. I got 10 more rolls. And got very lucky to get it. You probably don't need it, but if you can get it, it's pretty good.
And yeah, it's so tricky because they front loaded so much good like polls. They gave us all of the events leading up to the release of 2. You have all of the new stuff from 2. Like they give you so many rolls, so you're like, well, I mean, if you're gonna pull my leg. And then they're going to be like, oh, by the way, that's it for the year.
Like, I could spend it. Yeah, if you're going to be reckless with your rolls, we're going to get more rolls than average for patch 2.0. So, and you've got new story and new things to do. So there is a bit more of a buffer, but as we'll probably talk in a little bit, they've already teased who's coming down the pipeline, and there's a lot of cool characters coming. And no matter how good a Wenjin is, it's probably still not going to be better than a Ju Fufu unless you're just never going to use the character. So, quick question for you, Brian. We got a free S-rank character and a free W engine with this patch. What did you pick?
I went with Rena.
Okay, because you have all of them now, right?
Yeah, I have all of them. So I was like, I actually use Rena.
Okay.
I guess I could have also picked up Lycone since now that Ellen is
it's good.
It's
super
good.
Fun.
But yeah, so I got Rena, so I think she's up to Mindscape 3 now because she's the game decided she was my like go-to pity of just
that sounds nice.
And then my W engine, I forget who I got.
I took Rena for both because Rena was the one S agent I didn't have from Standard Banner. And she's the one that benefits most from having a second copy anyways. And then when it came to Wenjins, the only ones I didn't have were Nekomatas and Renas. And so then it was a no-brainer. And I took Renas.
Yeah, the W engine was one of the ones I didn't have.
Yeah.
But I forget who I didn't have. It wasn't Rena at that point because I had just gotten it from Pity.
Sure. If you're on the fence
End
at
of thought.
home, yep, that's it. Let's break it down. If you're on the fence at home, Brian, what would you say? And this is all complete subjective, so take it with the grain of sand.
Eric, it's the phrase is a grain of salt.
You're wrong. I know what I'm talking about. Who would you say, for a general account, is the best S rank Standard Banner character?
Ooh.
Because I think there's 3 it could be. Who's the ones that we know are not?
Okay, so it's not Nekomata.
Correct.
It's
not
not
Soldier
Grace.
11.
Yeah.
And it's probably not Grace. Grace had her time. She's not really relevant anymore.
Grace never really even had her time.
She
almost
kind of
immediately was replaced by Jane.
She worked with Jane for a little while, and then Bernice came out.
Yeah. I guess that's. I would say if you don't have any of them, go with Lycone or Kaleda.
Correct. I agree.
If you have one Rena, and this would get you to Mindscape 1, then get that because that's when Rena becomes good.
Yep. Or if you have like Ellen and you don't have Lycone, Lycone's a no-brainer if you want to play Ellen. And if you are using
Evelyn
and you don't
get Kaleda.
Get Kaleda. And
if you don't have Fist of Fury, Flamo.
Yeah. Or I mean, Ju Fufu's coming out. Maybe they'll fix it. But so those I agree with you completely. Wenjins are a little bit more tricky. I do think in general the best W engine from Standard Banner.
Kaleda or Nekomata?
I think it's Kaleda. Nekomata buffs physical damage, which is not as applicable.
Yeah.
But Kaleda's W engine is best in slot for Lycone.
It's like second best in slot for a couple other characters, so it's a really great like for new people. You're like, oh, I don't have this character. Oh, Kaleda's W engine is actually just good.
It's got stun increasing and it's got energy regen. And most of your stunners, because they don't want to be on the field all the time, are probably would benefit from that. I think I don't know how you build her, but bow staff girl.
Chingy.
Chingy may not want Kaleda's, but she may still because she also uses her EX. Like energy regen's so good. That's a good one. I think if you need an attacker Wenjin, Soldier 11s is a good. Just the Brimstone is just like a generally good attack damage, does more damage. W engine.
Yeah, I would say probably the one to stay away from most would be. Let me pull up Rena real quick, but I think her W engine is not great.
Because that's the one I took, but that doesn't mean it's good. It's just the one I didn't have. That was Kiwi did at the same time.
It's still pretty good. It gives the equipper's energy.
Yeah, let me look at these as well.
Okay, yeah. So hers basically just ups her passive of throwing her dolls out.
Yeah.
So it's not bad, but it basically increases off-field energy regen for you, and it increases damage against a target you hit for 3 seconds.
Yeah. I think that one may be a little bit more future relevant because we're getting more characters who can do things while off field. And even if like an Astro Yao who's not doing a lot of damage off field, energy regen in any way, shape, or form is valuable. I think that one's a little bit more niche than some of the others, but I think it still has some value.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as like globally applicable as Kaleda's is, which is just like it stacks stun, gives energy regen, and increases more impact damage. So there's our loose guide on what to pick. Reality is pick the one that you don't have, but, and we may be too late in saying this, if you're going to roll on a character at any point during the duration of that event for the free S rank choices, save your choices until you're done rolling in case you lose 50-50 and you get the character that you were going to pull anyways, right? So if you're like, yes, I really want Kaleda, it would suck to get Kaleda and then get another Kaleda the next week.
Yeah, that is what I did too, is I waited until I was done with going for Yixuan and her W engine before I cashed in those chips.
Unless who you want is Rena, because Rena really does just like get phenomenally better the more copies of her you get. Not like Soldier 11, who I now have at Mindscape 4.
Oh, lucky you.
Which I don't love, but it's okay. I'll never use her. Cinema 4.
We haven't even talked about the events. There's still so much.
Okay, let's fly through it. New outfits for Belle and Washington. They're cool.
Which you will be able to customize them.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so they will incentivize, but you'll get little knickknacks and trinkets. It'll be like TGI Fridays.
There's like a little like an animal head you can get at some point. I really hope that mixes with other outfits for her so that you can be in like summer outfit and cat head. And
maybe,
really get crazy.
Maybe down the line. Right now, all of them do have the caveat of they are tied to the new outfit.
Boo. That stinks. Still cool. Still like it. Bella's is way better than Wobbuffet's. I already said Wobbuffet. Woobat.
Woobat.
Than
Woobat's.
So that's out of the way.
Yes. What else? There is a mech battle game.
Yes, I haven't done much, but it's wild.
It's pretty fun. You very quickly will learn what the really good combinations are. Whatever one of those was grammatically correct, and that's the one that you should put in there.
I'm gonna leave them all, baby.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a cute little story.
Yeah.
Nothing too mind blowing. The movie theater event. This one, I like it. I would not. It gets a little annoying if you save it and like do it all at once because there's a lot of talking.
Okay.
So if you do like one per day or something, it doesn't get as annoying. But it's cool because you interact with a lot of the other residents of 6th Street.
Yeah, it's NPCs,
and like
right?
Yeah, it's the main focus are all the NPCs.
Cool.
And so you just get to interact with them and get to know them a little better.
I'm glad you said that. I've only done 1 day of it so far. And I thought I'd done 2 days, but then I realized that there's like 3 movies per day that you watch.
Yeah, you do.
That's a lot.
There's 2 where you're doing the like dialogue question stuff.
Yeah.
And then the third one is another DDR, which is funny because of how quick it goes. You don't have time to actually read what Belle is thinking about the movie.
Not at all.
So I don't even pay attention to the words. I am just solely focused on what color bubble is popping up.
I have not done that on PlayStation. I feel like it's going to be way easier to do that on a phone or computer instead of having to do like the mental gymnastics of like, okay, yeah, X is the bottom one. Okay, circle's the right one. But I don't know.
Well, so far it is pretty easy. They have not. I've done 4 days of them.
Yeah.
They have not introduced the like reverse the controls yet.
Okay.
Which is good because that got annoying. In
that was. I don't think they'll do that. People hated that. People did not like that at all.
I can see why they did it, because it's an easy way to like amp up the difficulty. But yeah, you're just like,
all right, I don't want to do that.
I can't think like that.
So I need to go in there and do that. Do you know, or did I misremember
the Muffin Man?
Like, yeah, the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Oh no, the one I know lives on Main Street.
Main. He's on South Main.
Yeah.
He lives on 6th Street. Is this like the flower event where after this is over we can invite people to go watch movies with us just whenever?
I don't know.
Points?
It almost is like built like that, because you're upgrading like a level.
Yeah.
Like you did with the flowers and with fishing. So you might be able. It does, judging by the fact that they actually gave it a icon.
Mm-hmm.
And now that there's actually stuff in there, I'm imagining that maybe they will add in, if they haven't already. I haven't actually taken anyone on a date there.
Have you taken anyone on a date to the flower shop since that event?
Yes, I have.
Because I like, if they do it, the theater the same way they do the flower shop, that would be very easy for them, because there's no input from the player apart from interact with flower shop.
It is nice that they make you flowers, and they're like, oh, this is. But yeah, again, like you said, you don't have to actually do anything extra.
It's free stuff. It's just free stuff. Thank you for the free stuff.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does end up like that.
Cool. That would be nice. I like how it makes the world. I mean, I've talked about this before. I'm going to go on my soapbox about like the moments of relaxation against chaos. But I like that they're making the world feel lived in and feel like something you can engage with.
Yeah, it's also kind of fun because these are all movies that we've like. They're the same movies that they've been using this whole time. So it is the ones that you recommend every day to sell, and then you're actually getting to see little bits of clips about it. So you're like getting a little bit more about the movies. It's just nice little fun details.
Yeah, the one I did this morning when I realized that I think it's one of the first day ones was the heartbeat, and that is a genuinely compelling premise for a movie that I liked seeing them talk through. Do you know what I'm talking about? I can recall it. Yeah. That's really good. Like, I was like, cool, I'm glad we're exploring this. I also thought that movie would be a tragedy and not end up happy at all. So it's good that it's not got a terrible ending and traumatized Miyabi even more. But
poor Miyabi.
Poor Miyabi.
She's so sad but so strong.
She's so, especially now that we've got Yixuan out. It's startling how simple Miyabi is to play. Like, yeah, you just push 3 buttons, man. The thing I wanted to highlight about the movie event is we get a W engine for completing it.
Yes.
It is a defense W engine that has impact as a core stat. So it took, 6 patches? But we might finally have an A weapon or A engine for a Caesar.
Yeah.
For Silver Metal Caesar. I think. I haven't done the math. I'm hoping that it's not like somebody goes, actually, it still sucks. Just use somebody else's. I will be happy to give her a Defender engine, though.
You will also be happy because you get to take Caesar on a date in this event.
I love that. That sounds great. Thank you.
Also, their new Hollow Zero.
New Hollow Zero, which was fun. A new Hollow Zero, and Yixuan has Hollow Zero. They changed the terminology on it. They're like prisms now or something.
Yeah, I forget. But there's also, I think there's like alpha and beta versions of them.
Yeah, they gave pathways instead of it being like you just picked the one. That feels better to me. That feels a lot more like intentional than just, I'm going to pick whichever one they put an S next to and hope it changes my gameplay. There's
also a new class of whatever the Rosoniums are.
Yes.
I think it's... What's that?
Yes, there are. And
I think it's called Mobile or something.
It's mobile. It's the blue ones. I know it's the blue ones.
It's blue.
Okay, what were your thoughts on that?
The addition of them or what they do?
Did you use them with a mobile artifact? Have you tried it?
I did. I don't really remember what they all did because I was just collecting them because they kept saying new, and I have to fill out my scrapbook.
It says new.
So anything that says new, I pick up.
So here's what I ran into that maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe it's something to keep in mind. Is the way the mobile thing works is all of the buffs proc from you triggering like a bonus assist, essentially, where if your EX special does a heavy hit, which most EX specials do, you can hit the switch character button, and instead of switching the character, that character will jump in and do an assist, and that assist is treated as aftershock damage.
Oh, okay.
But I was using Astra Yao, so every time I tried to trigger the aftershock, I got a free Astra Yao switch to another character instead.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was still triggering the buffs because I was still melting things, but mobile, and please, y'all, correct me if I'm wrong because I am a moron.
You are wrong.
You're wrong. Mobile may not work well with Astra Yao. It may be like an anti-synergy with Yao because I think I triggered it once the entire run where I used the heavy attack, but I didn't have enough energy on Astra Yao to get a free switch. And so the icon actually changed, and I could hit the button and throw whoever I brought in, Vivian or somebody in, without switching characters. So I'll experiment. I haven't done my Hollow Zero for this week, so I'll play with it this week and see if I can figure that out more. Maybe I'll use Jane Doe again or something. But either keep that in mind or tell me I'm wrong, because that's what I noticed. And so it was kind of like just a Hollow Zero run with no buffs because I wasn't using the thing. But I like the addition. I like that they're adding more things to it. And they've given you an incentive now for using different characters because you can get polychromes for using characters' prisms. So even though like it's incentive for you to like come back and use some of these characters you wouldn't normally do a run with. I'm still not going to use Billy, but
yeah. Also, another interesting thing is you can now get multiple people's weapons.
Yes.
Because when I was going through, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, I didn't pick Astra Yao. Why am I getting options for Astra Yao weapons?
Yeah, I did the same thing. And you can like at the end of levels, you can toggle who you're getting, who like you're progressing down the path for. So you have a lot more control in that regard. Brian, you're smarter than I am.
Yeah.
I feel okay. We're equally dumb. I feel like of all the characters, when I get an Astra Yao prism, I have no idea what I'm selecting. Like I know I don't want the one that makes a laser because I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, I just look for any of the ones that don't say when you attack with her because I'm like, no,
I don't know.
I like what you tried, but no, stay in your lane, Astra Yao.
I'm like, I think it'll say something about like her resonance effect, and I'm like, I think I triggered that. Let's take that one. It'll be fine. It's Astra Yao. Yeah. She does the job.
And I'm like, I think resonance is just her like free switch thing.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure because I don't know what her spells are named. I just hit the thing when the face shows up saying switch.
There needs to be a toggle in settings or somewhere, like like the button that makes it go from like detailed to simplified description of Rosonia. There needs to be a button you can push that replaces all of the proper names for skills with the phrase EX special or hold attack, and just like make it so I can read it so I know.
Put the icon next to it.
Even if it's just like the icon for the attack, right? Like if it's just like the dodge symbol, let me know a little bit about it because I have no idea. And like a character like Yixuan, who has like 9 different skills with 5 words per skill, I have each EX special attack has a different name. So if you were to tell me it triggers on the second EX special attack, I will have no idea. Because in my head, is it the one that makes wings or is it the one in between? And that's pretty much it. A lot of me complaining this episode, Brian.
My cat is currently being very loud, clawing it. I had to turn off my microphone because she was being obnoxiously loud.
Hey, kitty, we love you. Okay, did we miss anything? I'm looking at the event. Make sure you're logging in every day. Get your free stuff. There was the Golden Proxy Awards annual ceremony.
Oh yeah, that was just going back and like a little recap of everything you did for the year.
The only thing that I liked, or that stood out to me, one, I like it saying, "Hey, you've played every day," and I'm like, "Yes, I have. Thank you very much." My most trusted the one I used on the most, because it didn't count fights, it counted like story missions completed.
Yeah.
So the character that was with me the most was Sukaku.
Mine was Ambi. Yeah, they were like, your most trusted person is Ambi, and I'm like,
no, it's
what?
not. It's got to be Astri. Yeah, I've used her on everything.
Yeah, I was like, I guess that makes sense because I did so much of the story early on. My number one team, they listed it as Jane, Bernice, and Caesar because I used them for so much prior to Yanagi. So
yeah,
I guess Yanagi, Astri, Yao, and them didn't because I still bring that team like almost every week whenever a boss.
But think about how many missions there were in like Prologue, Acts 1, and Act 2, because there were also all of the secondary missions where like they don't do that anymore.
That is absolutely when Ambi racked up all of those.
Yeah. That was fun. It was free stuff. I'll take free stuff.
As an aside, the way the side missions work is because they all are in the Lamnian. I said it right once and then I forgot.
Lemian?
It's the Lamartes Hollow.
It's like the Nemean lion that Hercules fights, but it's the Lemnian.
Yeah.
Like
Lemnos. The Lumina line, because I've been playing. I finished Expedition 33, which
I gotta pick that up, man. I know
is great. Also, strangely works really well with the aesthetic of Yixuan.
Oh,
because there's very much like yellow and black and ink paint sort of.
Oh man,
completely unrelated.
I might get that since it's summer. I might have to pick that up. But it also
made me think of playing Expedition 33 against the new boss. As Yixuan, because I kept missing my parries. So because I still don't know exactly how the new boss works.
The new boss's parries are insane.
Yes.
I can't find them. I've done that boss like 6 times now. And
it feels so much like Expedition 33, where you have half of them have a long windup. So I'm always early parrying. And then you have that part where she just spams moves. And I'm just like, I'll block the first one. And then she's like, hold your horses.
Yeah,
the only thing that is saving me on that is the fact that the Yixuan team I play cannot die no matter how much I screw up.
I keep blocking the first one, and then instead of just like letting them block more, using an EX special. But they're coming in so fast that by the time Trigger finishes her EX special and I switch back again, she's done during her assault. But it is like a rhythm game, because it's like red cross, yellow cross, red cross, hold, red cross, yellow cross, yellow, 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 yellow. And if you parried enough, she doesn't go into ether mode, or they do. I don't know it yet. I haven't done it in the story, so I haven't gotten like the pop-up yet that describes the boss.
Oh, don't worry. There is none. They do not describe what the boss is doing at any point. So all of those times where I was like, is she charging up? Do I need to interrupt it? Because there's one thing she does where she just takes 1 point of damage from every attack. And I'm like, I don't know what this is causing.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not interrupting my flow. I'm still going to beat you.
I'm just going to keep hitting.
I was like, I don't know if I'm triggering it, if she does it automatically. That I do not know what's going on in that boss fight. Thank God you can still just brute force.
It's cool.
It's not one where like you don't need to know what the boss is doing.
Yeah.
Just know that you're going to take some hits.
There's not like the bringer DPS check or anything. It's time to go to the workstation and read what they do. I do feel like, and I've only done the weekly versions, but I feel like they finally made a new boss that's challenging, but isn't just like adding more health to the pool. Because I feel like this boss is not super tanky. They're just frantic and a lot of like don't stand in bad stuff.
Yeah. I do like the new boss. And overall, I like most of the new enemies. The super big frog monster is such a pain.
Yeah.
When it starts doing its bounces and it's just bouncing all over the screen.
Ju Frog, it looks like a bug to me. It looks all buggy. It might be a frog.
You're wrong.
I might be thinking about the other one. But yeah, when it starts like hurling itself around the screen, it feels really good to dodge those.
Yeah.
Not that I'm always dodging those, though.
I think we've run out of stuff.
I think that's everything so far for 2.0.
We somehow managed to actually cover it all.
Oh, there's one thing we didn't talk about with Yixuan, and this is the most important thing in the game. She has marked a return to S-rank characters having an extra menu animation when you go in different directions between their stats, their skills, and their equipment.
Really? Let me check it out.
Yep. Check it. Everyone pause your game. Check it real quick.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh my.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. We're back, baby. It's all fixed. The last thing I'll say before we wrap up, they have done some official teasing for the characters coming out in 2.1. We know the second half of 2.0 is Ju Fufu, who we know is a fire stunner who leaves her little ball on the field when she's off field, and the ball just like just gets knocked around hitting things.
Oh, that's good. It's literally a little kitty cat ball.
It's a little kitty cat ball. That's also a popcorn maker. It reminded me when we get done recording the thing that people have been talking about online about the popcorn thing, because it's buck wild.
Also, I like how the panda, his hat is also a wok.
It's a wok.
And his ultimate is he just cooks fried rice and then beats someone with the wok.
It's got to be either a sticky head or a dirty wok. 2.0, Yuzuha and Alice. Yuzuha is a physical support character, but it's an S-rank support character. So I imagine once we know more, we'll have more to say about her, just because so far S-rank support characters are very good.
Astra, it was like, I will finally have a day off.
Please, I'm so tired. And then the other character is Alice, who is a physical anomaly character, which puts her in direct competition with...
She coming for my girl. She coming for Jane.
So we don't know much yet. I think we were talking about it some on our Discord server. It's a win-win in terms of like the Alice v. Jane Doe situation. Because either Alice comes out and she's different enough from Jane Doe that it's valid to use either. Or, inevitably, because she's the new hotness, Alice will power creep Jane Doe. But that puts Jane Doe in line for upgrades like Ellen did. Like glow up like Ellen got.
Eric,
and
the
Jane Doe
funniest thing they can do is do the Jane rerun banner when Alice comes out. They're like, take your pick.
Yeah, figure it out. It's this market research. Let's see who people like most. Dude, there's so much to talk about. I'm glad we didn't do the story because we would never been able to fit it in.
Oh, God no. Yeah, we would have had to like speed run because the story itself, there's so much to talk about.
There's a ton. And I'm not even like, I'm like just...
No, you haven't even got to the part where there's actually a ton to talk about.
I'm like right on the cusp of things happening. It's been great. Our next episode is out on, where's my calendar? The 26th of June. Which is also the date for Death Stranding 2 being released. Yeah, of June.
Oh, so... yeah, I lagged for a second there, so I thought you could pause. And then after there was like a continued long pause, I was like, oh, this is just going to get dropped in the middle of his sentence.
June.
Death Stranding, June.
June Stranding. So I know everyone out there is going to be torn on whether they listen to our wonderful podcast or play Death Stranding 2.
I mean, honestly, put it on while you're doing your walking simulator.
Oh, man, I'm so excited for that game, dude. Like... if it's like the first one, I don't know if it's a good game, but I loved it. Yeah, man, it's good to be back. If we hope you enjoyed our season 1 finale with the 2-parter knockout. Hopefully people liked it. The chat on Discord's been that people like it, but also it'd be pretty wild to log into our Discord and be like, I hated it to the 2 people who made it. So
honestly, that would be really valid, and
it would be really helpful. Honestly,
they're like, here's feedback. Oh, okay, duly noted. We won't do that crap again.
I keep waiting for like Discord to be like, hello, somebody just joined. To have someone jump in, be like, that was stupid and you're morons, and just leave again. Like, that's what I'm waiting for.
I would love
like,
that.
The full mic drop. Like, it would be fascinating. If you do want to do, hey, part of me would be really interested in that. Part of me would be devastated, but it's your call. If you do want to join our Discord, there's a link to the Discord server in our show notes. I should probably just like make like a bit.ly that I could read out during our podcast as well.
What the hell's a bit.ly?
Bit.ly, bit.ly. Oh man, you don't make enough shortened URLs for work, dude. It's a URL shortener.
My Roomba just started up.
Why do you have... What is happening? This is why we can't record in the middle of the day.
I forgot about it because it announces it. So I'm just sitting here, and then all of a sudden it says "starting cleaning," and I'm like, "Oh!"
It's not even a song. It's just like a voice going, "Cleaning commencing. Lift your feet, Brian. I am cleaning now."
Yeah, I don't know.
Help a chair.
I'll be interested to see if any of this background noise, because it's also got a mop feature. So right now it is just chugging water. So if you just hear in the background,
it's either the Roomba or the cat. They're both fighting each other, and they're fighting for attention on the podcast. We have to wrap up before everything.
Eric, we have to end it quickly. It's about to start being really annoying.
Join our Discord. Our socials are in the comments. We're glad to be back. 2.0 is amazing. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye.
Suibien, I hardly even knew her. That doesn't work. Wait. Yun Kwai, I hardly even knew her.
Okay.
Nah.
Pan Yin Hu, I barely even knew you.
Waifei, more like why not Fei.
More like why
that one,
yay.
That one stuck. Keep that one and delete the rest.
I'm just going to put them all as the cold open.
Yeah, perfect.